Hi, how are you today? Getting on here pretty freaking late. So I am on my second day of my 2-day fast. No food, no water. Trust me, I am excited to at least have some water tomorrow. But gotta have things to look forward to, right? So, okay, the question of the day is, when was the last time I completed a small personal goal? I'm completing mine right now. Trust me, it's hard. What about a big one? I can't say that choosing to do fast for a better connection with spirit is not a huge goal. It is a huge goal, especially on how long you fast for. So, yeah, there's that. But the quote is, if you don't chase your dreams and work towards your goal, no one else will do it for you. You must develop the discipline to strive. So, I definitely have taught myself tons of discipline to be able to do that. It was extremely hard to start fasting. I tended to make it to a certain time, and to be honest, when you eat, it's kind of an addiction. You get to certain times of the day and you're like, ooh, I want to eat. But it's not that you actually need the food to survive. It is the fact that you are just accustomed to eat at certain times during the day. So, and don't take me wrong, I'm not saying that we don't need food. We do need food. But I do no food, no water. There's different types of fasts. There is, what is it called? The Esther fast, which is you do not eat while the sun is up. I've done that. That's hard because it's like you always end up eating and getting full before you go to bed. So it's kind of hard for me. But now that I'm on this ritual of not eating for 2 days, then eating for 3 days, and I mean, you will see, I will just eat what I want when I want for 3 days straight. I will start dropping, I'd say at least like a good pound to 2 pounds a day. I've done this before, and just like I said, I went from a size 22 down to a size 8. So, and I'm at a 12 now, so it's not like I have much to go to get where I need to go. But just like I said, I'm not doing this for my size because I'm happy in my body, whichever size shape that is. So to be quite honest, I'm just doing it to be a little bit more connected to spirit, God, however, whatever you call it, the universe. So in saying that, let's see what they have to say. All right. So what is this? What is this? So the Dreamer was the first card that came out. And the Dreamer is the Dreamer represents embracing your true purpose, beginning a new adventure. It is trusting yourself. And I have to say, at least with me, like starting to fast, starting these, what do I call it? Like this spiritual practice, that it is a leap of faith. It is coming into a new beginning. It is a new adventure. It is difficult, but anything worth doing is difficult. And I know I've conquered my 2-day fast, so I'm not saying this is all about me, but the 4 of spring is being grateful for what you have accomplished. It is you having so much to celebrate because of the things you accomplish. It's being content in your life. Okay, then after that is the Queen of Summer. And the Queen of Summer is coming in, and she is like sitting in her heart space. She is sitting there telling you to listen to your heart, to make the movements that are necessary to fill your heart with joy. And I'm going to say this, kind of sound like a broken record, but it is okay to ask others for help. It is okay to ask people to come in here and help you accomplish the things that you need to accomplish. Like, for example, when I fast, I kind of get grumpy when it comes to like people sitting there asking me to make food. Like, yes, my husband goes to work and I have to feed my 3 children while he's at work. But when it comes to supper time and the smell of that good food coming out of my kitchen, I want nothing to do with it and I don't want to be in there. So like today, I dove myself into my kids' schoolwork and did my lesson plan while my husband, he's awesome, he comes home and he cooks. It's just one hand washes the other. And if you need help with something, it's okay to ask for help. And the 2 of Summer is making a commitment. Sometimes it has to do with love. But in this aspect, where our question of the day is completing personal goals, you are making this commitment to yourself, not to other people. Like, you have to like celebrate every little accomplishment that you complete. You have to. And I'm telling you, when I get on these rituals of doing these fasts, I feel amazing. I feel amazing. It's like my body has time to process the heavy salts that are in the food because I'm fasting. I pee it out over a 2-day period. And trust me, my body sucks up salt like it's its job. I bloat like crazy. Like, it can have barely any salt in it, and this girl blows up like a balloon. So this, and like my mother will even agree 100%, like this, when I do this, it transforms my body to a whole new level. And yeah, children. So yeah, let's pull some more cards. Because my kids, they're like on an ADHD roller coaster this past week. I know that we are hitting some crazy energies that are like whacking us and fine-tuning us and getting our bodies prepared. But my kids have brought it to a whole new level. Like, look at me. This girl, like, this past week, I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing my makeup. Like, even if I don't leave the house, I do my makeup just because if I don't go through these steps for myself, like, I do it for myself. I do it so I can feel pretty even if I am sitting at home. It's not that I got to go somewhere. And these kids have been so crazy, and with the schoolwork and all of the above, yeah, I haven't had the time to like make myself look halfway decent. But just like I said, when I do that, I do it for myself. So I feel better, and like, I just, it's what it is. I could sit at a kitchen table or my classroom table with my kids all day, and as long as I have a little blush or something on, I feel accomplished. I guess small little personal goals. Me doing my page for you guys, it's a small little personal goal that I do for myself. And I take one day and I just hit it hard. I just do a ton of posts, and then I have time to sit back and concentrate on something else. So, and I know that the time that we're like living through, our time, like, how do I put it? Like, the time has sped up. I don't know if you guys have noticed that the days are going by faster, and I know we are in fall. I know it gets dark earlier, and trust me, it's getting a little cold, but our days are going by faster. At least they are for me. I get up at 5 o'clock sometime. Well, for the most part, I get up between 3:30 and 4 o'clock, and then I lay there staring at the back of my eyelids for a good hour. But yeah, like, my day flies by, and then it's like I push my husband out the door with his stuff, and then all of a sudden I get the kids moving, and then by the time I get my kids moving, my husband's walking through the door, and I'm like, what did I get done? I got homeschool done. But it's okay, because we got to do what we got to do. Okay, the card that came out while I was over here shuffling is, you can do anything, the Magician. You are 100%, and I seem to get this a lot lately, that the Magician comes out and he's a psychic, he is magical, He can manifest anything. Like, yeah, it's like straight up. You can manifest what you need to be successful. And with us sitting here in our question card, when was the last time I completed a small personal goal? What about a big one? So they're saying that it doesn't matter what goal you set for yourself, you have the strength. You have that ability to be able to conquer it. I'm not saying let's go skydiving and put us at risk, but don't be afraid to try something new, especially if it's on your heart and you're constantly thinking about it. All right. So, let's see what else comes up. I love it because we're all going through the spiritual awakening. There we are. We are at a crossroads of the spiritual awakening. Here's the Hanging Man. We are all changing the ways we look at situations. We embrace uniqueness, a temporary pause in action. Like, you need to sit there and absorb everything that is going on around you. And you need to constantly remember, we resonate in love. So we need to stay in that heart space of resonating in love. Even no matter what comes knocking at your door. And I love this because these past 3 cards that have come out are major arcanas, okay? This is a lot of spiritual energy. Like, you have the Magician, you have the Awakening, and you have the Moon, which is psychic. Like, hello. You're powerful. You're powerful. How many times do I have to say it? You are powerful. They're like, let go of worry and fear. What was I just saying? We don't resonate in fear. We resonate in love. Understanding the truth of situations. Okay. Just like I said, you are spiritually badasses. Spiritual badasses. Like, come on now. We all have this ability. Everyone, every single person has this ability that, like, no one is better than anyone else. No one. We all have it. You have it. I have it. The guy walking down the street has it. We all have this ability. But other people have worked harder in this point in time to open their pineal glands than other people. So we are all at different levels. But when the solar flash comes in and does its little Tweety-Dee magic, guess what happens? That awakening happens. Everything that was in the darkness is coming to light, which we all know that is happening right now because we have seen over the past, I want to say a good year, maybe a little bit longer, the veil has been lifted. All that nasty negative is right in front of your face. All the corruption in this world is right in front of your face. They cannot hide it anymore. And we need to start coming back into ourselves and stop worshiping what I like to call these demigods, these people who are in the music industry, these famous people, these politicians. Like, that is a thing of the past. What is, like, that energy that we want to obsess with and suck in is that spiritual energy that we get from our soul tribe. It's what it is. Okay, let's see. So, I'm going to put these down. Okay. Can we have another one, please? Yes, you can. Number 17, good number, letter Q. Q is actually, if you look into the book of Jesus's book is, it's Q. It's Q. Let's just put it there. It's Q. So, yeah. Here we are with the star. And the star is wish fulfillments. This star here is looking to the future with hope and optimism. The power of faith to move mountains. Happiness changes that believing relief. From changing time. So you need to come in to that optimism of your future. You need to come in to that faith that I have. I have this faith inside of me that not one person on this earth could take it from me. I know things that are going to happen. I know that our world is going to spin. I trust in spirit. I trust in the ascension process. I know that we are coming into a major transformation, but please remember, with transformation, there is a tower moment. Those tower moments are not fun, but what is on the other side of the spectrum is amazing. Here we are. I'm sitting here talking about tower moments. Pick up the other two cards. People, our fears like to get the best of us. Living in fear. Look at them always looking out the window. Like, no, we don't live in fear. We don't resonate in fear. They're like, with the Two of Spring, everything that we have manifested in our lives, call it your soul contract, that you've been pushed by your spiritual team, your ascended masters, your higher self, your angels, your family. Like, you have been nudged this whole way to follow your soul contract. And in that process, they're like, you have manifested everything that you need. Do not fear. You are divinely protected. You are safe. Do not resonate in fear. Do not let your worries grow out of proportion. Because honestly, you have nothing to worry about. You have nothing to worry about. And just like I said, those tower moments can be not fun. See, like me, I'm fasting. I'm deepening that connection between me and the good Lord. And here we are. The Seven of Winter. The Seven of Winter is having better choices, not seeing things clearly, running away from truths. When you try to sidestep truth, There's no sidestepping it. It comes at you like a freight train. So if you take in little bits of information and little bits of information and little bits of information, it's kind of like small goals. Every little bit of information that you take in, you process, you transmute, and you use your discernment to pull it apart. Not just that inner voice that is like, oh no, oh no, oh. Take it in. Think about it. Go through it. Go through the emotions. Go through the heavy thinking about these things. Because in all honesty, if you don't, you're not doing the work that you need to do. You're not. Everything comes to you with a purpose. Here we are. The Five of Spring. The Five of Spring is having opposite goals that arise than what you originally had planned. The Five of Spring is feeling at odds with yourself and with others because of the things going on around you. Being overly ambitious. And I tend to here's some information, here's some information, here's some information. And not everything, even in this video or the other videos, not all the information that comes out of me is everyone ready to hear. Because it's one of those things that Spirit tells you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And a lot of people oh, I want to hear from this, I want to hear this. Spirit tells you what you need to hear to move you forward in your spiritual awakening. So in saying that, not everything is bottom of the deck, the ego card. You need to release your ego. When you get offended, that's your ego. When it's all this overthinking. When people say things around me, you can have feelings about it, but the second you go out of your way and you're like, I'm offended and this happened, and then you make your feelings more important than anyone else's, that's your ego speaking. Because to be honest, every time you open your mouth, you have the possibility to offend someone. I could be like, oh, the sky is a greenish blue today, and someone could be like, you offended me because it's blue. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You work through your emotions. You let your ego sit where it is in the background. We do not bring that to the surface. We don't let our aggravations get the better of us. We sit there in this mindset and we absorb it. We don't push our ego onto anyone else to make yourself feel better. It's just what it is. And trust me, there is a lot of that going on right now, which is all wrong. It is so wrong. It's wrong. We, at least most of the people I think that are on here, live in America. And America is supposed to be the land of the free, which means that we can speak what we want to speak. Frickin' flies. We can speak what we want to speak when we want to speak it. But for some reason, over my lifetime, we have gone down this avenue of what we say offending people. and that everyone else's opinion trumps your opinion of, oh, fucking flies. The kids were running in and out of the house, so I'm going to have to deal with freaking crazy flies now. So, yeah, the moral of the story is that living life the way we're living it now, it's going to change. It's going to change, and it's going to change for the better. And the way we live, I can live the way I want to live, but it doesn't mean I'm going to push the way I want to live onto anyone else. If I want to experience things the way I want to experience it, I'm not going to push it onto anyone else. I may tell you about how I live, like how I told you about my whole fasting journey, but I will not expect anyone else to follow my journey, because this is my journey. If you feel like that's part of your journey and you want info, I'm your girl. But other than that, like, this is my journey, and I don't push it on anyone else. And that's a lot of the things that are going on in this world. Turn a blind eye to it. Turn a blind eye to it. Oh, that fly. So I'm gonna like hurry up, close this out before I go on another tangent and I get attacked by a fly and I want to like jump out of my skin. So in saying that, I hope everyone has a great rest of your day, since yet again I got on here really late. I like doing it in the morning and I've been so distracted with homeschool. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow, and I'm gonna go kill a fly now. So bye, guys.